13 genius ideas you can try at home. Starting off, we got a USB stick that's just not going into the laptop at all. And you're like, well, what the heck? Why is the thing fitting? Well, oh, okay, there we go. We got it in. But it took a lot longer than expected. But what if you were to change it up just a little bit by adding some duct tape? And you're probably like, Garrett, why would you want to add duct tape to a USB drive? Well, dudes, this is the secret. This is why this is a genius life hack you can do at home. If you put the duct tape right at the top, showcasing exactly where the stick goes, then it's like a little indicator that you must put it here. And then on the USB stick, you put another piece that showcases this is the way it goes in. So you know that you put the tape on the tape, and voila, this is how the USB goes in. No more struggling. Next up, we got a Coke can. And if you rub the bottom of a Coke can with sandpaper and the top, it will make it a little bit interesting because you guys take on the top and the bottom. Now inside, you'll notice it's a hollow jar now, but with the balloon, you want to then cut the bottom of a balloon. In doing so, you would now wrap the balloon around the soda can, wrapping the soda can with tape, cutting the tape, closing it off, and then you might notice something very interesting. We now have created a little shotgun Coca-Cola weapon of mass destruction. That is freaking awesome. Like confetti machine, boom, excited. It's like, hey, if you have some Coke cans laying around, that's the move. Next up, we got some pencils. Now you may be wondering, Garrett, where am I gonna get pencils? School's not even in session. There's gotta be pencils somewhere around your house, okay? Just find them, get some rubber bands, and start wrapping them. Now, once you've done that, you'll notice, man, I just made something pretty cool. It's almost like a tent made of pencils, because that's what it is. It's like a teepee. Now, you get a video on your phone, Netflix, or my videos here on YouTube. It's now a stand for YouTube videos. Pretty awesome. Now, let's say you have your flash on for your camera, right? And you're like, man, this is a nice flash. But what if you take one of these bad boys and glue it? And you're probably like, wait. I'm going to glue this to the back of my phone? That's right. You're gluing this to the back of your phone. You're probably wondering, why am I going to glue this to your back of your phone? Because if you then turn on the light, you now have just created yourself a glow stick. That's right. Not only do you have a flashlight, but now you have a glow stick. That is pretty cool. Listen, it's not the best idea in the world, but it is an idea. It is a genius idea, all right? Now we're screwing some holes into a soda bottle. Now, you get the soda bottle and put some tubing on the bottom and on the top, gluing them together. You will notice you have just created something that is absolutely mind-blowing. You're probably wondering, Garrett, what did we just create? Well, if you go ahead and add all these things to this bad boy, you are going to create a weapon of mass destruction. You add an air compressor to your newly founded soda can, you'll see that, yeah, you can literally shoot bullets out of this thing. Like big bullets. Look at this. It's like an RPG. It's a freaking homemade rocket launcher. It's so random. Like, you know how cool that is? Look at that. I don't even know why, but we did it. Now, let's say you have a laptop, right? You're like, oh man, my laptop's getting all scratched in the bottom. You know, we got salt and sugar all on the table. How do I fix this problem? Well, it's pretty easy. You put a fork down, not one, not two, but of course, 2 solid forks with tape. Not just 2 forks, forks with tape. You're probably wondering, well, where am I getting all this tape? We had tape in the beginning, tape in the middle. There's tape. We just need tape, right? Find some tape. Now, this is electrical tape. And in doing so, you just create yourself a nice laptop stand. A laptop stand. You know how much this would cost at the Apple Store? Probably like $150. You just made it for free at home. Now, everybody has a PS4 controller unless you're on console and you're playing on Xbox One, which you are, well, there's about to be a console war. Because let me tell you, if you get your amazing controller and hydro dip it, like so, you can then make some pretty interesting extra cash. Now, you can sell these bad boys because now you just have a hydro dipped controller that's super unique that no one else has. Hey, extra money during the quarantine, I'm telling you, it might go a long way. Next up, we got some acrylic paint. We got some orange acrylic paint. Now, we're going to fill this tube up with acrylic paint. And in doing so, we'll put it all the way at the bottom and cut a Q-tip just at the tip. After that, you want to then cover the whole of this syringe so then you can make yourself a nice little painting, or guess a brush. Now, it's like super interesting. Regardless, there's been some really crazy things. This one's going to blow your mind. You have to cut a toothbrush. Probably wondering, why are we cutting a toothbrush? Well, it's a little weird, okay? Because you're also gonna have to heat up a screwdriver. Now, I know what you're thinking, where the heck am I gonna get a blowtorch? Don't ask those questions. I don't have one myself. But you wanna make a hole inside of this toothbrush on both sides, inside the middle, and of course, the bottom of it. They're probably wondering, why do I wanna do this? Because you wanna put this at the end of a syringe, like earlier, the acrylic paint syringe, but this time, doing it with the toothbrush. And inside the syringe, yeah, you probably guessed it. You know exactly what we're putting inside. Toothpaste. I don't know, okay? I don't make these up. This is a legit thing. You guys wanted some genius ideas, and here we are. Now, brushing your teeth has never been easier. You literally just pump the toothpaste into your mouth. It's pretty weird, but it works, you see? Look at that. How else are you gonna brush your teeth? The old ways are old. In with the new, out with the old, guys. Next, we're getting another drill, and we're drilling another hole. Now, we're drilling this hole into a metal canister with a pencil sharpener. Now, you need some glue to add the pencil sharpener inside of this metal container. As you guys can see, it pretty much is just gonna be a storage for pencil shavings. Just close it up, and voila. You now have a large version of your sharpener. Instead of going over to your garbage can and sharpening over your garbage can, you can literally do it right inside this bad boy. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is huge. Do I need it to be this big? No, but this works. This could also work with like an Altoids can, or like maybe even a little Tic Tac canister. All these things will work for this purpose, so it's pretty easy. Next, we have a dirty lens. As you guys can see, a super dirty lens. Like, I don't have a dirty lens like that, but if you get an egg, it's gonna sound crazy, and you heat it up with a lighter, you'll notice that it starts to get black. But what's cool about this is actually how you can clean up your lens. You get a little cotton swab with some toothpaste, and you have like that charcoal, and you start just rubbing your lens. Now, I don't recommend doing this because it's just freaking weird. I think there's way better ways of doing this, but this is how this guy's doing it. If you're in a pinch, you gotta clean your lens, use toothpaste. Be careful, it might leave some smudging though. I don't take responsibility if you break your camera lens, just saying. Next up, we got some very interesting tubing that's gonna go on top of a Coke bottle. Now you're probably wondering, I've gone through so many Coke bottles, Garrett. Listen, this one's about to blow your mind because now we're cutting it in half and we're drilling a hole at the back of the piping. Now, with that being done, you then need a Coke can that's gonna go on top of the Coke bottle, and then you need some meat. Yeah, listen, I don't make this up, okay? This is literally what's happening here. Once you've gone ahead and put the meat in there, you can now make some, skewers. Listen, if you're not mind blown by this, I don't know what will mind blow you, because this is absolutely insane. It's literally a meat skewer machine. I don't make these up, dude. Look at this. Look. Okay. Every time we get a Coke bottle, you guys know it's something crazy. So, another Coke bottle. We're drilling a hole at the top and getting a pen. Once you've gotten the pen casing, you then want to glue it to the top of the Coke bottle, with half of the pen going inside the Coke bottle and then making some holes at the bottom. Now, earlier we did this, the same concept, but it was an RPG. This time, we're making a machine gun. As you guys can see, we have the bullets at the bottom, and at the top, we got the goods. We've got the barrel. Now, this thing is gonna blow you away because literally it just shoots. Like, yeah, that would hurt. That would legit hurt, dudes. No games are played here, dudes. No games. This is a react channel, not a gameplay channel. Check out my other channels for those. Next up, we got a can, or like a container, I guess, a plastic container that we're now adding one of the Coke caps from various bottles we just opened, and then putting a hole at the bottom of this container. Now, I don't have any of these items in my home, but maybe some of you guys do. Now, you want to close the Coke container again, and then add a straw. You're probably wondering, why do I want to add a straw? Because you just made yourself a transport machine for popcorn and Coke. You see? Very convenient. You can watch Netflix on your couch and not spill the Coke or the popcorn. And it's impossible to get the Coke inside of the popcorn. It's a win-win. Next, we're cutting open a watermelon. Now, you're probably wondering, Garrett, why are we cutting open a watermelon? Because we're scooping out the goodness, the juicy, delicious sweetness outside of this watermelon, which I feel like would take a long time. But once you've scooped it all out, you're not creating a helmet. This is not going to go on your head. I know what you're thinking. Watermelon! I know it's a watermelon, but you're not putting this on your head. You're simply making a design out of what you just created. That's right. We are making art. Now, I'm not an artist, but let me tell you, this is freaking cool. You now have a watermelon you can show off to all your friends because this is freaking awesome. You guys know where this is from? Let me know in the comment section because I think this is one of the coolest things you could do with watermelon.